I was supposed to talk about the Pennsylvania congressional map. I was supposed to talk about the House passing reform for the Americans with Disabilities Act. I was supposed to talk about the Senate botching immigration again, but I can't because more kids are dead. The same reason that kids were dead in Newtown and in Las Vegas and in Orlando and in a church in Texas. An American man with an AR-15. Now, Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell and Ann Coulter say that it's not the right time and that I shouldn't talk about it. Well, guess what? I'm going to talk about it. On February 14th, 17 people were gunned down in a high school in Parkland, Florida. It's the 18th school shooting in 2018, and we're just 45 days in. That is a school shooting every 2.5 days. It seems like the only response that this country can muster is to be horrified and then to get pissed at the media for revealing the asshole's name. But we need to know the name, don't we? So that we have somewhere that we can put the blame, some side of the congressional aisle that needs to hold blame and responsibility. I am so sick of the hypocrisy. And like many of you, I am so sick of the thoughts and prayers, but I'm especially sick that this happens so often in this country that politicians know at this point that they shouldn't say thoughts and prayers. Gun reform needs to happen. Some sort of legitimate conversation on gun reform at least needs to happen, but we can't do that because the NRA has spent such a long time funding powerful Republicans. In October of last year, after 57 people were killed in Las Vegas, the New York Times posted a piece that revealed the top 10 funded politicians on the Republican side by the NRA. Those politicians are both in the House and the Senate. Over the course of his career, John McCain has been given $7.7 million by the NRA. Colorado's Cory Gardner, $3.8 million. Marco Rubio, just over $3 million. Indiana's Todd Young, $2.8 million. And there's millions more where that came from. If you ask me, there's one solution. We need to start gun reform. And the only way to do that is to stop the NRA. And the only way to stop the NRA is to stop Republicans from winning. Luckily, we're in an election year, and we can finally show the rest of the world that change is going to happen, that we're sick of this. But we don't need to wait till November. We can start next month. On March 13th, we're going to have another special election, this time in Pennsylvania's 18th congressional district. The Democratic candidate, Connor Lamb, is gaining on Republican Rick Saccone, in a place in Pennsylvania where Republicans should hold easily. But we are gaining steam. Connor is picking up, and in multiple polls, he's within 5 points, within 3 points. He can do this, but he needs to reach as many Pennsylvania voters as he possibly can, and to do that, we need to give him more money. You can help by going to the website Act Blue and donating directly to Connor Lamb's campaign. But until March, and during and after, we need to let Washington, D.C. know that we care about gun legislation and that we at least care that our politicians start having a legitimate conversation about what guns mean in this country. I refuse to believe that we as a nation are too far gone, that this is just something that happens here, that nothing can be done. I feel like most of you feel the same way, and I know that all of you are disgusted every single time a school shooting takes place, every time an American kills another American, and especially when those people are under 18 and they think they're safe in their school. Pick up the phone, dial 202-224-3121, get in touch with your representative and tell them that you want them to start talking seriously about what guns mean to Americans.